Pour dire à ce petit Macron de la France que le Niger nous appartient. C'est à nous de faire ce que nous voulons du Niger, ce que nous voulons, nous traitons avec qui nous voulons et comme nous voulons.
In the event the authorities' demands are not met within 1 week, take all measures necessary to restore constitutional order in the Republic.
Is France waging a war on Niger? Is the Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, going to send 50 million Nigerian youths to Niger for war? Hi, I'm Valerie Herbert from Nigeria, and today's topic is going to be centered on the supposed war in Niger, Nigerian stand, and the role US and France play in all this. Well, first, a little background of the story. On the 26th of July 2023, there was a political upheaval in Niger, and the President Mohamed Bazoum, was ousted from office by the military contingent led by General Chiani. By July 30th, 2023, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, demanded for the immediate release and reinstatement of President Mohamed Bazoum. ECOWAS also issued a 1-week ultimatum stating that it would take all measures necessary, including military intervention, to reinstate the constitutional order. Although Nigeria has had a history of political volatility, it appears that it is in a state of relative stability. But there have been issues in the military camp which has led to this incident, making Niger the 4th country in the West African region to fall into military takeover within the last 2 years. In other countries like Guinea, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Since the Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is the current president of ECOWAS, it is expected that the Nigerian military force will bear the brunt of this ECOWAS military intervention. However, the Nigerian Senate has rejected the proposal of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to send Nigerian troops to Niger for various reasons, but I would just like to highlight a few. The Nigerian military has been deployed to almost 32 states of the Federation and is fighting various insurgencies in the northeast, the northwest, and the southeast regions of the country. Any additional strain or load on this will cause the Nigerian homeland to be less safe and less secure. Let's not forget that we have over 300,000 Nigerian refugees in Niger. Any hostility ensuing between both countries will lead to these Nigerian citizens being in grave risk, causing catastrophic humanitarian and societal risk in both the northeast and the northwest regions of the country. Although references have been given to missions in Gambia and Sierra Leone where Nigerian military intervened and restored the ousted civilian government, it should be noted that Niger is not like these countries. Niger has a higher geopolitical and geoeconomic status. It also has larger land and has armed forces who are well tested in battle. If a war was to ensue between both of these countries, Niger and Nigeria, it will not be a simple war. It will be a prolonged war because Niger also plays an important role in the defense and security of the Lake Chad Basin, which also is a border with Nigeria. If Nigeria and ECOWAS actually take a military intervention to Niger, it will be seen as their proxies of France and the Western world, United States. Given the anti-French resentment and sentiment in the West African and Sahel region, any military intervention will be seen to the public as a war or something like that. And this event will cause the Nigerian military force to mobilize its people and mobilize its populace for a breach or war. Under these circumstances, civilian casualties will be unavoidable and will even possibly inflame the situation further. There is also likely to be a nationalist counter reaction of the Francophone countries and an anti-Nigerian sentiment or resentment against Nigerian nationals, their businesses and their investments. Now you may be wondering, what is the role of France and US in all of this? Well, the military takeovers in these Francophone countries are moving their countries from the arms of the French to the arms of the Russians. And this new Nigerian regime has stopped the exportation of gold and uranium to France. For those who are not aware, Niger is one of the top suppliers of uranium to France and has even contributed to a fifth of the top European Union's uranium imports globally. Even in 2021, Niger supplied 25% of uranium to European Union member countries, which led to electricity in lots of households. So just imagine if Niger stops exporting uranium to France and European countries. This will lead to a decline or instability in France and European Union's countries' energy and security sector. This will in turn make them have to rely on Russian uranium supply. This event will cause the sanction placed by the European Union on Russia's energy and sector to be lifted, which will also negatively affect the Americans' efforts to place a full-scale isolation on Russia. For France, these developments in Niger is a set of loss of its pre-colonial development and geostrategic setback. But for Russia, this is an opportunity to enlarge its sphere of influence, reaching to a resource-filled country and striking back at its Western rival, the United States. The anti-French sentiment in Niger and other Francophone countries is was not started by the Russians, but it has always been there, and now it has increased due to bad governance, low security, and so many other factors. Nigeria and ECOWAS should be careful so as not to be used unknowingly as pawns in a foreign country's game. Given these facts, it is clear that a military intervention by ECOWAS would be a costly strategic misadventure, in my own opinion, and would destabilize the region and unravel ECOWAS. ECOWAS should not only suspend any military intervention, it should also prohibit any military intervention by any foreign country to Niger, which might create a place of instability. To solve this current issue, ECOWAS should take a non-military approach and use diplomatic tools to address the situation. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I remain Valerie Habits. Thank you.